Hey, how y'all doing, man? Torture Talk, you know what it is. So today's episode, if you're a fan of just pearly things, you might not want to watch this video. No. All right, man, Torture Talk, you know what it is, man. Thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all for clicking the video. You already know what time it is. All right, so if you want to leave a donation, link is on the screen. If not, you already know. You don't have to. All the beautiful, single, sexy ladies, put one in the chat. All the fellas, just don't harass them. You can jump in there. Just don't harass the ladies. You know, they all my girls, man. Don't harass them. And yeah, man, I'm the King of the North. Let me know what kingdom you from. Also, too, January 1st, I'll be doing a award ceremony, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tap in for that. And this week coming up, I'm doing an R&B, 50 greatest R&B female artists. Who's gonna win? We're gonna go through that too. And yeah, man, another big surprise. And I got a couple of things coming up. So make sure you go subscribe to Torch Talk After Hours. All right, so just pearly things, right? Or Pearl, or whatever you want to call her. You know what I'm saying? She makes a lot of statements. Some I agree with, some I disagree with, but it's certain statements she make about black people kind of reminds me of the same thing that Nick Fuentes says about black people. And I want to dig into this. Now, the lead attorney has her on his show, and he basically exposed her biasness towards black people. Now, a lot of y'all might think that this is what she does is racism. I don't believe what she does is racism. I believe what she does is basically uses, because she does this with certain people, not just all black people. She do this with all types of cultures, you know what I'm saying? All types of ethnicities, even white people sometimes too. I think she tries to make a point by using black people to make a point, to drive a point home. Now, a lot of y'all might think that that's racist. I don't think that that's racist. I think for me, racism is not just as watered down as most people make it out to be. But we can have our opinion and agree to disagree on that. So we're gonna watch a clip from her getting confronted by the lead attorney, and he's going to basically ask her a question that what she's saying doesn't make logic, or make sense of what she's saying. And he's gonna ask her a question, and let's see how she answers this. So let's get to it. All right, this comes courtesy of Gap Tooth. So let's get it.
People are unpleasant. And I was basically breaking down how she didn't feel that way when she was asking black people for advice, paying for consultations, flying to the UK to use black people to build her entire empire. And, you know, we was just breaking her whole argument down to a fraction.
Well, here's my thing too, and I want to say this because I think a lot of us, we say these things, but do I believe Pearl built her empire off of black people? No, absolutely not. I don't think. I think she is a magnet for some people. Whether Pearl was before she was actually saying certain things about black people. She wasn't. How would I say this? She was pretty successful already. She already had shows already. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that she built her empire off the backs of black people. No, I don't think that. I think that no matter what position she was in, she was going to thrive because people like her takes. You know what I'm saying? She could have been talking about anybody. That's one thing we gotta understand. Like most people, we gotta understand. What we gotta understand is there's an audience for everybody. There's an audience for everybody. If you are extreme right, extreme left, extreme this, extreme that, if you in the middle, center, whatever, there's an audience for everybody. So no matter what she had done, once you turn that camera on, people are going to gravitate towards you. Maybe not as fast as you believe they should, and some people do cut corners, but I'm telling you, there's not that many women with big voices like hers in this space. And I believe that she would have thrived even if she didn't do some of the things she has done. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. So
She recently made a appearance on the lead attorney's YouTube channel, and someone got down in the comments section and asked him to ask her about those racist remarks she had made. So we tuning into that today, man. Let's check it out. Shout out to the lead attorney. Make sure you hit that like button, and let's get to the content.
Chat.
My mom had 7 kids, and she was
Just read the chat.
You know what I really hate? I hate when, like I said, the term racism has been watered down so much, in my opinion, that it really doesn't mean anything as much as people make it out to be. And I'm not saying that there's no such thing as racist people anymore, because obviously there's always going to be that. But it's not as to the forefront as most people would say it is. Like, look, you have Preal, who's people is, if you can't say somebody made racist statements without saying they're racist. So let's just say, for example, let's just say for argument's sake, Preal is racist. But Preal is racist talking to a black man. Now, again, people say, well, racist people talk to black people all the time. Like, really? Like, me personally, I'm an old school racism person. I'm not this new sleeping with a different ethnicity racism person. No, I'm not with all that. I'm an old school racism person. Like, we don't want your kind around here, nigga. Get the fuck out of here, black boy. That type of racism. Not the racism you kissing, tongue kissing, having sex, having kids together, married, and being with each other for 20 years and yo, he's a racist. Like, I'm not with that type of racism. That's not me. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh my gosh. Okay, shout out. And if y'all got questions for Preal, you can certainly ask him. Put a Q, and then I'll ask the question. Chelsea says, TLA, ask her about the panel she just did with Fatty on Unleashed. Okay. What does that mean? Do you know what this is referring to?
Yeah, I do. I just did not a debate. I did a panel with Fatty, and they kind of crashed out. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was a whole thing.
What was the debate about? Who is Fatty?
I don't know if you want to go into this.
Oh, did it get bad?
No, we can.
No, you don't want to go into this. Yeah, you see.
Yeah. She don't want to go into it. She already know what time it is. She gonna get her head chewed off. She don't want to go into that. I seen it. Now, she made some great points on other issues that they talked about, but this one here, nah, she's 100% wrong. 100% wrong. 100% wrong. And I think that I think it is with Preal sometimes. I think she uses people's talking points and then tries to use her personal experience with some of these things. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what she tries to do. She tries to use her personal experience and says, well, this is how it is because I've been through that. It's the same thing that Nick Fuentes does. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that Preal is like is like Nick Fuentes, but I'm saying that that's the same thing he does. He tries to use black people as a way to say, well, look at this. And Nick Fuentes is openly saying the word nigga. Openly saying it. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't holding back. He openly saying it. And I'll be honest with y'all, I think that most people don't even care no more. Or maybe he's just saying it around the right people, I guess.
The shame on her face. Look at it.
Hold on. Let me message it.
Is it still on YouTube?
Yeah, it's still on YouTube, and it's fine. Like, I'm fine talking about it, but it's just with your show, it's kind of a contentious topic. So I don't know if you want.
Okay, just tell us, what was the topic?
So the topic was if black women date criminals more than other races.
See, my thing is like, why is that a topic though? Why is that a topic? And again, I'm open for everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm open to be wrong. Except if y'all jump in the comments and say, nah, bro, you wrong. She is a racist. I'm open to be wrong. I'm not one of them type of people. You already know I'm not. If I'm wrong and if I feel like y'all made valid points, then I'll agree. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Like, If y'all made valid points and y'all swayed my argument and my argument fell flat, that's what it is. Then I'll move on to the next argument. I lost that one. You know what I mean? But why is that even a topic? Like, what shocks me the most is Preal is a white woman who's on a black panel talking to black people about black people dating criminals. As if America doesn't have, as if we're not, 14% of America, and it's mostly white people in this country. So how is that argument even an argument? How could you even say that that's an argument? Like, how? The stereotypes that they put on black people, it's really not insane. I'm not going to say it's insane. It's really not insane. It is kind of crazy sometimes, even though that kind of mean the same thing, but it's not as crazy as you think, because we do be doing some bullshit. But to highlight that and not highlight that we have a lot of successful people. Look at all the basketball players. We have so many successful people. Look at lead attorney. And it's like, y'all tend to focus on issues that y'all believe plague the black community, but at the same time, not all black people. I said the same thing about when Nick Fuentes says that we are driving the cars off the shoulder in the Ultima, as if we are the only ones doing crazy shit in America. When we talking about white people in America, go to Kensington. Go to Kensington, Philadelphia. Go there. If you talking about people that are a stain on society, not to say that they can't be helped, but just a stain right now, go there. That's all I'm saying.
Women date criminals more than other races.
Yeah, and I would say that's true.
Oh shit. Okay.
So and I'm not saying the white women don't do it too. We do, but it's just when I was interviewing and talking to people, that was just more prevalent with black women, and then they crashed out.
Like, how do you that's like me going to a church and saying, hey man, there's a lot of black people that believe in the Lord. It's like, that's because I'm up in the church. If you are out here talking to people who are who surround themselves with that type of man, then yeah, you're going to be right, because that's what you believe. You're going to be right. But not all people are like, the crazy thing I find so fascinating about certain people, like especially like Preal, is what they do is, right, they always want to say not everybody's like that, right? Because Nick Fuentes does this all the time. They're not like that. We're not like that. Not like that. Not like that. But when it comes to black people, y'all always put a blanket statement over black people. Oh, black people, we tired of black people. They're as if y'all, like, just like black people got different versions of black people, just like white people got different versions of white people. The same thing. Got hood niggas. We got upstanding black people. We got educated black people. We got dumb black people. Just like y'all got rednecks, trailer park trash. Y'all got all the same things. But for some reason, we have to get the whole thing. All black people are the same. So you're basically saying lead attorney, if he dates a woman, then he's basically a crook, a criminal. That's basically what she's saying in a sense.
And I said it because, and the reason it came up was because I said that women date criminals, and then the girl got mad. She's like, Preal, you're just the one dating criminals. And I'm like, no. And then at first I gave a different example. I gave a white example. I said Ted Bundy. Like, white women, we love serial killers. So we're like, Ted Bundy.
I'm low-key was thinking that the entire time. Like, y'all love serial killers. Ted Bundy, Richard Ramirez. What's the new cuz, the dude that shot the CEO? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Man, dang, what's his name? Luigi. Man, they love them some Luigi. I be seeing them in the comment sections ready to bust it down for Luigi.
Well, the reason why people like that we have fell into this whole thing where people like criminals and crooks and all these things, because this is what's promoted to most of these people. You know what I'm saying? They glorify this type of behavior for these people. And this is why a lot of women, because women, not all women, a good portion of women do like men that are hard-nosed, the edgy guy, the bad guy. You know how that goes. Everybody likes that, right? That's what they say. But at the same time, the way Preal is displaying this and making it seem like black people are at fault when she literally just said that white women like serial killers. like come on.
So I don't know. I feel like all girls go through a bad boy phase, regardless of race. And all of them tend to, they gonna want them a criminalistic ninja at one point in time or another. That just is what it is. And yeah.
Luigi Mangione. And then she was like, Luigi. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, come on. You don't see these rappers out here that women are like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah. And then they got mad at me.
But you see, again, now I can understand why people say people like her and Nick Fuentes are racist, because you literally just said, I promise you I'm not going to keep using the word literally. But you just said all of you don't see all of these rappers. How is that not a stereotype? Like all of these rappers, okay, well, it's a whole lot of rappers, and a good portion of them rappers are not just deadbeat dads or thug or dudes who've been locked up. I would even argue that the top rappers in the game has never been in any like major trouble. So so when people say what they say, I can't really argue that. I can say I give you my feelings, but I can't really argue that, because I'm looking at it like, okay, I'm open to be wrong, but at the same time, I mean, I can't argue that. Like, come on.
For saying that, and then it was a crash out, and that was it.
Okay, and in terms of criminals, if we say that black women date more criminals than, I say, white women, are there more criminals? Are there more black people? Are there more black criminals in the United States, or are there more white criminals in the United States?
Well, I'd say most people date in their race, like most people. Mm-hmm. There are interracial, but most people do date in their race. And if 1 in 3...
I don't know about that. You said most people date in their race, right? Most people, I'll put it to you like this. Most people date in their race. She might be right about that. But there are way more white people than black people in America. So if I heard to say most people date in their race, it's kind of a lopsided argument, because you're stating the obvious, because this is what it is. Now, if it was equal, like if it was 50% white people and 50% black people, then you would have an argument. But she don't have an argument, because we're dominated when it comes down to that.
Well, I'd say most people date in their race, like most people. Mm-hmm. There are interracial, but most people do date in their race. And if 1 in 3 black guys have felonies, mm-hmm. then that's just going to be more common.
What? Yo, what? Bro, you can't be this crazy. There's no way in the world. You see how they skew statistics when it comes to black people? Just understand that they just skew statistics. 1 in every 3. Since when they do 1 in every 3? Only be 1 in every 10. 1 in every 3. Because you had to make it a small sample. So obviously whoever you talk to, they said this. But 1 in every 3 black men have a felony. And what type of felony do they have? Is it a violent felony? That's another thing too that she totally leaves out. It could be something he could have had a lighter on the airplane and they gave him a charge for it. Does that mean he's violent? Like, come on, man. Was she saying that? Like, come on. And I don't know, man. I don't know.
Okay. Let me ask the question.
1 in 3 black guys has felonies? I don't believe that. But let's keep going. We're going to check that stat a little bit later. I don't believe that.
And again, are there more black criminals in the United States or are there more white criminals in the United States?
I don't know. Because it depends if you do it.
What you mean you don't know? You so sure a minute ago. He's like, is it more black criminals in America or more white criminals? She was like, I don't know. Like, come on, man. This is what I'm talking about. And so when people say, I can't listen, I'm not defending anything. I just like to have a different position about certain things. I cannot believe that she would say that. And then when he asks her straight up, are there more, if there's more people in America by far, how could you say that there's more black criminals in America when there's more white people in America that commit more crimes? I don't understand it. What are you talking about? Like in a block radius? Like, what are we talking about here?
Like total or per capita?
Yeah, I'm asking total.
Total, probably white.
Okay, so and probably way more white criminals than black criminals, right?
Yes.
But you're saying that even though there are way more white criminals, that black women date more black criminals than white women date white criminals?
Yeah, because most people date in their race. And so it's like, what percent?
That doesn't make any sense. So what? That makes it even worse. That makes it even he makes him even more right. If they date inside of their race and there's more white criminals, how could you say that more black women date more criminals when there's more white women who date more criminals? Like, come on, bro. This is not serious, bro. Listen, bro. She out of her league, bro. She really is. And I think that the one thing I don't like about people like Preal and people that take these type of positions is they're not open to be corrected. She's gonna go on her next show and she's gonna basically say the same thing. He's gonna tell her no, that because look at his face. Look at his face. He's like, what? He's like, what? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, he's like, what? You sound so stupid. Like, look at his face. You know what I'm saying? So I think that he knows that, you know what I'm saying? Like, she don't know what she's talking about, but she's just spitting somebody else's talking points. You know what I'm saying? Because it sounds good. It sounds good. So she's spitting somebody else's talking point. Another thing too, I want to say, these people don't owe us anything. Because I'm like this, bro. If she did whatever she did, so what? I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all be like, nah, man, they can't be doing this off the backs of black people. But then y'all vote for these same politicians who do the things off the backs of black people. And y'all keep them in power. So I don't even care. Like, I don't care if she does that. I don't. Because I look at it like, this is a dirty game that people play. You know what I mean? She playing a dirty game. Just play dirty with her. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
And of like a third of white men don't have a felony. So like if
but
I was
there are way more white criminals though, right?
Right, but I'm talking on like a percentage. So if you talk to like 10 black women versus 10 white women, like if you talk to 10 white women, they're not going to know as many criminals, just like on a balance of probabilities.
Yo, who are you talking to then? Yo, this is insane, bro. This is insane. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? I'm trying to figure out who you talking to. And my thing is just because you know a criminal doesn't mean that you were with them. Like, and on top of that, like, let's reverse it. I mean, we could say the same thing. And the thing is too, like, it also depends on what type of criminal they are, I guess. I don't know. It has to depend on that. It's crazy. This is crazy.
Even though there are millions more white male criminals?
But not per capita.
And I really don't know the 1 in 3. That's surprising to think that 1 in 3 black men have felonies. Where did that come from?
He's an attorney. And he's telling you this. Like, you should be saying, instead of, look at her face, because she don't know. Look at her face. She's so, matter of fact, I'm gonna screenshot this. I'm screenshotting that. Ooh. Ooh. Oh no. I'm gonna screenshot that, because I'm gonna put that as the screensaver. Yeah, that's gonna be the thumbnail. But look at her face. Cause she knows she wrong. She knows she wrong. He got her. Like, what do you mean? Like, I some of the stuff she says, I just don't understand. Like, I don't understand why she would take this position. Like, I understand that it's you know that you're gonna make black people crash out if you take the position of stereotyping black people. And I think she does this on purpose, because she knows that she could say some things, and unless a lot of black people who are low IQ or just not as I ain't gonna say uninformed, but a lot of them don't really care for statistics like she do. And on top of that, who's giving these statistics? These statistics could be skewed. You don't know who's giving these statistics. You're talking to an attorney, and instead of you asking him about certain things, because he's a law attorney, I believe, you are out here telling him what it is. Like, come on.
You can Google it.
All right, so I think we're kind of seeing a little bit of looseness or shoddiness in these arguments here.
Mind you, he's an attorney, and not just your regular run-of-the-mill attorney. He's a guardian ad litem. The man is this is the wrong person you want to be making arguments that aren't based in fact to, Pearl.
And that's exactly why she did not want to bring it up, because she know that she's about to get bodied on this subject. You know what I mean? She could have just said, I said some things that they disagree with, but maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong. But see, she can't do that, because that means she's going to have to go back on the podcast and apologize and say, I was wrong. I was wrong. But the thing is, some black people, when they debate her or they talk to her, they get so emotional that they can't have a coherent argument with her, because she's very calm. I'll give her that. But she's a habitual button pusher. She likes to push people's buttons by saying outlandish things. And black people, they get real sensitive about certain things, and they don't want to listen. So they'll end up crashing out instead of having a conversation. But you see how he is very calm about this, and she's not making statements. She's basically saying what she said, but she ain't telling him what it is. It's a big difference. And you see how he's reacting.
Because he gonna break you down.
I mean, that's a very, and I'm not saying that it's wrong, but that's a very stark argument, a very stark statistic that 1 in 3 black men have felonies. So it would be good if you're going to put that out there to kind of know where we got it. Right?
Look at us scrambling.
And then it would be good to know the stats for white. It's kind of weird to know the stats for black men and not know the stats for white men. Is that a little weird?
Yes, exactly. Like, again, and listen, try to shoot people some bail, but this is the reason why people say that you're racist. Because this is what the type of stuff you do. You point out certain things about black people instead of giving the whole entire argument. You're pointing out certain things about black people instead of saying, well, this is what is. And the reason why she won't want to do that, or she can't do that, is because it kind of debunks her argument about how she feel about men not really how would I say this? How she feel about men not being responsible for a lot of women's behaviors. Because she has to blame somebody, and lo and behold, she gotta blame black men, you know what I'm saying, on something. But he's right. You should it should be straight up like, well, all men are like this. She can't say that because that goes against her argument that she fighting feminism, because she fights feminism. So that goes against her argument. So she has to point out something. She can't give him everything. You know what I mean?
Do you know how many white men are felons?
Not off the top of my head.
This is crazy as hell, bro. This is crazy, bro. You can't be this crazy, bro. There's no way in the world you telling me that you point out black people's flaws and all these things, and you say all these things about black people, but you don't go do no research about white people? Even though white people are the ones who are, most of the white people are serial killers now. People could talk about things in the hood, that's in the hood, right? It is what it is. It's the ghetto. But we're talking about people who live a lavish life doing crimes, who want for nothing doing crimes. You know what I'm saying? That's different. So when she says stuff like this, it's crazy to me how he would make a point to know the statistics of black people, but won't make a point to know the statistics of white people, and you're white. So why are you worried about our race? Why? Why are you trying to lecture us? What about your guys over here who's doing all these things? And you know the crazy thing is, I want to say this. The crazy thing is, people glorify gangsters, but they demonize gangs, which is crazy to me. They glorify gangsters, but demonize gangsters, gangbangers. And they were doing the same thing. Same thing. They were doing the same thing. The Commission, Lucky Luciano, Nucky Thompson, all of them. Al Capone, all of them. Al Capone. Y'all got some nerve to talk about gang violence when the Valentine's Day massacre, that's all I'm gonna say. Y'all got some nerve, bro. Like, for real.
I know. Like,
But why, Pearl?
And again, I'm not glorifying gang violence. I'm just telling y'all, don't be a hypocrite. Y'all glorify them, but demonize them. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Why don't you know about the men in your own community? Because you stated those stats about black men off the top. Now, granted, you know, you used to date black men, so you know what I'm saying. But you deal with men in your community now, Pearl. You're surrounded by the men of your community now, Pearl. Why don't you know those stats? Don't you think that would be important? You think she knows the percentage of men in her community who participate in the fiddling and diddling of the chitlins? Do you think she ever has discussions based on those? Because those would be the things that would be affecting her directly, right? We can all agree that black on black crime affects black people, right? So yeah, your grift is showing, Pearl. Your grift is showing.
up before.
Do we all see kind of what's going on? Right, and this is what you got to be careful about. Now, if you're just going to be dating on this fatty guy's channel, you don't really have to be, I guess, so.
Look at her,
right? But if you want to present yourself and like, hey, I know what I'm talking about. It's weird to know how many black.
And look how easily he shut her whole thing down. Look at.
That's what I'm saying. You can't talk to everybody that way, because some people, she know. The thing about Pearl, is she didn't want to have the conversation with him because he's educated and he knows. Now, I'm not saying that people on that show is not educated, but they don't know. I put it to you like this. He's not emotional. He can make a coherent argument without being emotional. She loves to argue with people because she likes to push buttons. So she loves to argue with people who gets very emotional about certain things. Now, don't get me wrong. She has some strong arguments about certain things. You know what I'm saying? Certain topics, I will say she get people on. You know what I'm saying? She do. But because the arguments that she presents be logical. But this one is illogical, and she's talking to somebody. This is why she didn't want to talk to him about it. She kind of wanted to gloss over it. But I think he brought her on the show because he's seen this. I think I seen him talking about this before. But let's watch a little more.
Her mouth agape, scrambling for answers. She probably Googled that 1 in 3 black men felon statistic 40 times while he was been talking and still ain't found a source yet.
Black men are felons, but not to know how many white men are felons, but then say that white.
Do you wanna just Google it? You can Google it if you want.
But you're the one making the argument, not me.
Well, I came here to talk about the marriage debate.
Okay, so let's just end it. Now we're going down another.
Yeah, we're gonna end it there. Yeah, we're gonna end it there. I got some more to say. Now, if y'all want to watch the rest of the show, I'm gonna tag him in it, and I'm gonna put the link. You know what I'm saying? So y'all don't have to go look for it. But I'm gonna tag him in it. Now, I think that they had a debate about marriage or something like that. But he's absolutely right. And I think at this point, everybody has a how would I say this? Everybody has a mouthpiece now. Everybody has a way to communicate now. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, just be ready, because in the next 5 years, the word nigga is not gonna be as prevalent as y'all think it's gonna be. I mean, like, it's gonna be so worded down that people gonna just be using it just to use it. And I think that it's never gonna be a comfortable thing because that word comes with a lot of generational trauma. But for some people, they don't care about our trauma. They like your trauma. That's how they look at it. Fuck your trauma and your mama. Bars. But that's how they look at it. They don't care. They don't care. So you're going to get people who are going to say these things. Like Nick Fuentes says, he says openly, he don't call black people nigga. He says, I'm that nigga. That's what he says. Because he think it's cool. You know what I'm saying? He does. And I don't think Pearl's going to go that far, but that's what you got to understand, man. People don't care. It is what it is. But thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one. I am out of here. Peace, bye.